Her phone buzzed at 12:17 a.m., a single vibration. Sharp enough to cut through sleep. Soft enough that she thought I wouldn't hear. But I did. I always do. She slid out of bed quietly, the way someone moves when they don't want to disturb what they're planning to abandon. I watched her silhouette in the reflection of the window. Thin, hurried breaths, fingers trembling just enough to betray the excitement she tried to hide. Another buzz. A message preview flashed on the glass. From MR Cars Outside. My wife pressed her lips together, guilt compressing itself into a straight line, then whispered, "Don't be dramatic. It's just one night with my CEO." She didn't wait for my response. She didn't want one. She grabbed her purse, fixed her hair in the mirror with an urgency she claimed was professional, and walked out. The door closed. Silence spilled into the room like a slow leak. I stared at the ceiling, pulse steady, almost eerily calm. Not shock, not rage, something colder. Something that felt like the ground shifting under my feet, quiet, seismic. I didn't follow her. I didn't call. I just listened to the echo of her last sentence circling my head like a bird waiting to land. Just one night with my CEO. The kind of sentence people say when they believe they're invincible, when they believe you're blind. By the time dawn cracked the horizon, I was already up, showered, and sitting in the kitchen with my coffee when I heard tires screeching outside. Then fists pounding on the door, and a voice booming, panicked, unraveling. "The merger is dead! Who is your husband?" I didn't move. I just took another sip. Because the question wasn't for me. It was for her. And she was still in last night's dress. Her CEO stood on my lawn, tie crooked, hair disheveled, panic dripping off him like sweat. He looked like a man who expected the world to bend for him, and had just realized it wouldn't. She rushed to the door, whispering, "Oh God, as if prayer would erase lipstick from her skin. When she opened the door, he didn't even look at her. His eyes were locked on me through the kitchen window. "Who is your husband?" he repeated, voice cracking now. I stared back at him, the calmness in me almost unnatural. A strange relief, a clarity I hadn't tasted in months. My wife grabbed his arm, hissing, "Don't do this here." He shook her off. "I asked you a question," he said to her, but his gaze stayed on me. "You didn't tell me he—" He stopped. She stepped between us, blocking his line of sight. "This isn't part of the deal," she whispered. The deal. The word hit the air like rot. I didn't interrupt them. I didn't speak. I let their panic unravel itself, thread by thread. Because the truth was simpler than either of them imagined. I already knew everything. Her late nights, her sudden work trips, the perfume that wasn't hers. The strange tension she carried home like a secret she prayed wouldn't slip. But I didn't react. I observed, quietly, strategically. She once told me I never fight back. She meant it as an insult. She never understood it was a warning. The investigation began the night she first came home smelling like someone else's cologne, a scent too expensive. Anyone outside the top floor. I didn't confront her. I watched. I tracked. Her calendar syncs automatically to our shared cloud. She forgot that. Her CEO's public schedule is available online. He forgot that, too. 2 timelines. 2 sets of lies. Perfectly overlapping. But I needed more than suspicion. So I did what I do best. I followed the numbers. Hotel receipts hidden in email archives. GPS pings from her car's maintenance app. Security logs from her office. Downloaded through a public interface no one bothered to secure. Every breadcrumb lined up. Every secret unfolded with unnerving precision. The more I uncovered, the quieter I became. Outside, I played the role she expected. Calm, unbothered, almost detached. Inside, I cataloged every detail, every timestamp, every message. And one pattern kept repeating. Her CEO only met her late at night, always after major negotiation sessions, always before big decisions. A distraction, a reward, or leverage. I didn't know which, so I found out. I contacted a friend from my old department, someone she forgot I still had ties to. He sent me documents, internal votes, board pressures, a list of vulnerabilities. And at the center of it, her CEO. A deal worth billions, held together by his reputation. A reputation now hanging by a thread. A thread I now held. The evidence arrived 3 days later, a neatly bound dossier, 27 pages. Every meeting, every hotel, every lie she thought I never noticed. I placed it on the dining table, face down. She walked in later that evening, humming to herself, pretending sleep would erase guilt. I slid the dossier toward her, slow, silent, deliberate. She froze. "What's this? You tell me," I said. Her fingers trembled before they even touched the cover. When she opened it, her face crumpled, not from remorse, but fear. You didn't have to do this," she whispered. I did. She looked up, eyes wide, throat tight. "This will destroy everything." I know. Her CEO called seconds later, his voice frantic through the speaker. Does he know? Did you tell him anything about?" I answered for her. "I know enough." Silence. Then a whisper. "What do you want?" I ended the call. Cold, efficient. She broke, but I didn't. The board received an anonymous package the next morning. 27 pages. Then 28. The last page wasn't about her. It was about him. A late-night NDA loophole. A breach in conduct. A compromised negotiation. Within hours, the merger collapsed. Within minutes, the CEO was escorted out. And by noon, he was on my lawn screaming, "Who is your husband?" My wife turned to me, tears streaking her face. "You did this," she whispered. "No," I said. "You did." I walked past her, past him, past the ruins of their little secret world. I didn't need to shout. I didn't need to threaten. The truth was loud enough. I packed a single suitcase. Nothing sentimental, nothing that carried her ghost. As I stepped outside, she grabbed my arm. "We can fix this," she said, voice breaking. "We were already broken," I replied. She searched my face for anger, or love, or anything. She found nothing, because that's what she left me with. Nothing. I walked to my car, closed the door gently, and started the engine. In the rearview mirror, she stood barefoot on the driveway, mascara bleeding down her cheeks, watching the one person she thought would always stay, finally leaving. My last thought before the road swallowed her, she thought betrayal made her powerful. But all it ever did was make me free, and I didn't look back.